Hey ladies, welcome back to the channel. Let's jump into this quick weave. I'm using Amazon bundles, body wave, I believe, 22, 20, and 18 with the 2x6 lace closure. So this is going to be a step-by-step tutorial so you can watch my entire process. So I'm going to start off with an HD cap. Got that off of Amazon as well. And you want to put that on the bottom, and then you'll want to do your black cap on top. Some people do just use the HD cap, and that is all, and that is perfectly fine. But I didn't want to risk getting any glue on my hair, so I doubled up on the caps. And I will also be using the protector. So right now, I'm just mapping out exactly where I'm going to be placing it. Since it's such a small lace closure, I need to make sure it's going to be right in the middle because there really is no room for error to move that closure around. And then I'm just going to outline that with a white eyeliner. And that's so when I put the protective shield on, I know where not to put it because that part is going to get cut out because the lace is going to go there on top of the HD cap. So now, just making sure I have that all mapped out, get my protective shield. I actually pour it into a mixing bowl to make it easier. And you want to apply this over everything outside of that square that you blocked off. So you want to make sure you get your edges, all your braids, everything all around. And then you want to make sure you fully let this dry. I did about 20 to 30 minutes. After everything's dry, cut off just the black cap for now. So you're just going to cut just that section that you outlined because that's where you're going to be putting your lace closure. And then you want to cut off like the ends of the black cap around like the perimeter of your head. So anywhere where like the band part would be, pretty much you want to cut all that off. That way your install is flat and smooth as possible. Alright, now that that's all cut off, I'm going to go ahead and get my Gas to Be spray. You want to spray that right where you're going to put your closer. If you know how to install a lace wig, same process. Spray that, blow dry about 10 minutes, make sure it's fully dry. Again, I'm just making sure everything looks good. I applied the makeup to that section. That way it's going to blend in. And I'm going to do 3 coats of this glue because I want to keep this wig install, well, this quick weave install in for about 2 weeks, hopefully, and it's still summer. So I'm going to do 3 layers of glue. Make sure it fully dries clear before you put on the next layer. And then finally applying the lace. Now I'm going to make sure I'm pressing it down. You want to go ahead and take your comb, lay it down, press it in, comb the hair back, make sure you're pressing it, and then go ahead and put on your band. I put the band on for about 10 minutes. While the band is on, I'm going to flip it forward, take my weave glue, do just the perimeter. You don't want to get that glue on the lace itself, just the perimeter, and lay it down. A lot of ladies like to sew it. I didn't want to take that extra step. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it down because I'm only keeping it on for 2 weeks. You want to go ahead and cut that little bit of lace off that's in the front, trim in the excess cap around the back, and then we're going to be all set for the install itself. Alright, so now we're getting to the good part. Now, if you ever installed any tracks before, like traditional, same process. I'm going ear from ear. I'm not going to curve it just yet because I want to make sure it's full. And I'm not going all the way to the nape of my neck, only because I've been experiencing some breakage on the nape of my neck. So I'm actually leaving the nape of my neck out so that it can breathe. That way there's no tension, no glue, no anything on it. So it's going to be about 1 inch or 2 up from the nape of my neck. So I need to make sure I just make it full and it has one coverage so you won't see it. So I just make sure I get the length that I need, apply the glue. Because I want to be able to reuse these bundles again and reduce shedding, I'm not going to cut the tracks. I'm going to do the flip over method. So you want to make sure you get as close as you can, put your glue on, and make sure when you flip that track, you bend it really super close to where that last track is. Each track is right on top of each other because I want a nice full quick weave. And in between each track, every time I lay a track, I make sure I go in and blow dry it. You want to make sure the glue is drying, that it's secure before you move to the next step and before you start flipping it, because if you don't, it may come up and that can just throw off your whole quick leave. So this part is pretty much going to be repetitive. So I'm going to let some music play and you all can just watch. But the key here is that I will just be doing the flip over method for the most part until I get all the way to the top. And I'm going straight from ear to ear. I'll come back when we start curving the tracks. Alright, so right here is where I'm starting to do just a slight bend in the tracks. I've now moved on to the second bundle. So first bundle is fully in. Again, I'm trying to put these as tight as possible because I do want a nice full install. So I'm slightly curving it. The point of the curve is so that you don't see the tracks and it looks more natural as it falls around your face. And it's just showing you all the back so you can see what the back look like. But yep, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a slight curve right now and then continue the same process of the flip over. And then on this end I actually start the full curve. So now we're gonna go in like I guess a semi U shape with the curve. So we're gonna be going from the top and back. So when I go to the other side, I'm gonna go all the way up to the closure again. So now we're kind of doing a U around or up to the closure to start sealing it, and that way the hair falls forward right there and kind of covers the tracks and it doesn't look bulky on the ends or blocky. And see, I didn't let it dry all the way, so you see how that peeled off some. So make sure it's dry before you start flipping it over, because that tension can pull it back off. So we're coming down to a wire, very last bundle. So now I'm going back and just regular, no longer like curving it. We're just going a regular U, back and forth, because now we just want to fill in all the way until we're up on the closure. So same thing, I'm still flipping it over. I don't start cutting the tracks until I get really close to the closure. Then I cut, and then I add like an extra track right next to the closure, make sure it's full. So I do cut those, but the rest of the install is fully just flip over method. And as always, if you have any questions about the process, please comment below, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and turn on your post notifications for whenever I post my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.